Okay, we're going to have a little test today. I'm going to read a few quotes and you're going to tell me who they're attributed to, or at least you're going to think to yourself who they're attributed to. Let's see if you can get them close. The first one is one can have no smaller or greater mastery than the mastery over one's self. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than the mastery of one's self. Who do you think that's attributed to? It's actually someone who's been pretty successful with his own self mastery. That's attributed to Leonardo da Vinci. So who's been more inventive, who's been more creative, who's been more thoughtful than Leonardo da Vinci? And he's talking about self mastery, being able to uh, do what you say you're going to do what you say you want to do, and follow through. Let's try this one. One who conquers himself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 men on the battlefield. Let's try that again. One who conquers himself or herself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 men or women on the battlefield. Who do you think that is? That's attributed to the Buddha. So again, the most self-aware a person in history, so to speak, is also talking about self-mastery, about conquering yourself, about discipline. Let's try this one. This one I didn't know. No matter how much I've read the writings that are attributed to this historical and spiritual figure. He who rules his spirit has won a greater victory than the taking of a city. He who rules his spirit has won a greater victory than the taking of a city. Who do you think came up with that one? And that would be Jesus. So Jesus, Buddha, and Leonardo da Vinci all agree on self-mastery, on self-discipline, on conquering the self. And for me, someone with severe ADHD and having trouble placing my attention where I wanted to go, even writing a book about it, only tens, and in my business and entrepreneurial journey, uh, these spoke to me. So when I do the Mastering Overwhelm workshop, I pepper these sayings throughout the entire workshops because it's a reminder for me and it's a reminder for everybody. There's no higher good than the discipline of yourself. Discipline is freedom. Uh, so when we talk about leading you, when you're we in the Rising Leader, we talk about leading up, we talk about leading in a group of peers, we talk about leading your team, but it all starts with leading you. Are you able to be the person you need to be in each situation? Are you able to do what you say and say what you do? Right? That kind of thing. I don't know who this quote is attributed to. I cannot figure it out. I believe it was a woman. I read it. There was a name to it. No matter how much I Google or chat GPT, I cannot find who this is attributed to. So if you know, please let me know. But the quote is, true freedom is being able to place your attention where you want it, when you want it, and for how long you want it. True freedom is being able to place your attention where you want it, when you want it, and for how long you want it. Now, let's, for a guy with ADD, right? That is the holy grail. Be able to pay attention for, whether, instead of YouTube videos, a piece of work, finishing the book, finishing the Rising Leader Handbook, right? We're in the home stretch, sitting myself down, finishing it when it gets really, really hard. It's no longer stream of consciousness. Now we're in the hard part of, does this part go here? Does this part go here? Should this quote be in there? All the intricacy things that I can't stand. So think about your own life, think about your own career, think about your day to day. Are you spending enough time learning how to discipline yourself? True discipline is actually freedom, being able to do what you say you want to do it, right, and trust yourself. Again, I talk to a lot of people about self-esteem, and one of the worst killers to self-esteem is not keeping your word to yourself. Oh, I said I would exercise 4 times this week and I didn't. Oh, I said I was going to do an hour of deep work every morning and you don't. Right? I said I was going to have a cup of coffee with one person on my team 3 days a week and you don't. If you don't keep your word to yourself, that knocks your self-esteem and knocks your confidence. Again, and I know this just so well from a lifetime of dealing with Ricochet Rabbit in my head. So true freedom is in the discipline. When they tell you to go take a cold shower, or do or put yourself in an ice bath. Yes, it has medicinal purposes. Yes, it's great for your body. It's great for your psyche. But one of the things that it does most importantly is it has you take yourself. Your body doesn't want to go in that ice bath. Your hand does not want to turn the shower to all the way cold and get into it, right? It gets you to do something that your body doesn't feel like doing, and now you're in control. Does that make sense? So I'm going to leave you with a quote that I thought was really, really good, and something to live by. The really important kind of freedom involves attention and awareness and discipline. The really important kind of freedom involves attention and awareness and discipline, and being able to truly care for other people and to sacrifice for them over and over in a myriad of petty, unsexy ways every day. This was David Foster Wallace. We'll put all these in the show notes so that you can just go to the webpage and copy anything that spoke to you. But again, anything that you can do to help yourself, whether it's exercise, whether it's a discipline, and again, for me, having accountability groups, having someone, an accountability partner, or someone that I'm accountable to, helps, especially when I have resistance to someone. So I have a book coach who is expecting certain amounts of work from me so I can get through the resistance to get that work done. That means that I am disciplined. That means even getting help means that I'm really committed to my tens. So self-mastery, self-discipline, leading yourself leads to true freedom. I love you. Have a great rest of the day.